in my life, this is my time. Step up, rise up, fight first, bring it on.
Welcome to the next episode of Remus Talks. Well, I was just about to watch a certain series that I've grown to appreciate more for its three main antagonists more than its main characters, but no copyright here today. I want to talk about someone in particular. Well, even more so now that you voted for him. Josh Wilmot. Yeah. If that name is unfamiliar to anyone, it's because you won't have met him. He was back from my good old Alliance 76 days, when it was me, him, Kieran leading the group, and Corey Cobain. That was where I first met Josh Wilmot. And from what I could tell, he was insecure, but not like how Corey was. He was more, well, he didn't fully understand himself who he was inside that ring. And from what I could tell, he had a hard time deciding the kind of person that he wanted to be. It's an enigma to myself because I honestly cannot say what he is meant to be inside that ring, though I'm sure one day, if he ever decides to return to the ring, he'll figure that out. As I did. After all, leaving Alliance 76 did me wonders. It should do wonders for you as well, Wilmot, if you are watching. Now, as a person, he was definitely the more likeable one of the people that I knew in Alliance 76. Though that is comparable to the rest of SWF. To be fair, out of everyone pre-Richard, I respected him the most. Simply because he was like me. We were starting out, though he had been in SWF for longer, and we were both wanting to make a mark. We were both wanting to become better. Though, as for the booking side of things, if he wanted to improve himself, he was never given the opportunity to do so. And I can understand why he lost faith in his company. I think I'd lose faith if I was constantly put in the same match all the time. And him going up against his team leader and captain, Kieran Hayes. Yeah, no sense was made on those days. Though I already covered that in another video. I didn't have any negative opinions towards him other than his lack of persona. Or rather, too many of them. Who are you meant to be, Wilmot? Who were you meant to be? Were you... Are you good? Are you bad? Are you calculating? Are you reckless? What kind of person are you? Because I know the kind of person I am. And I've displayed that many times already. But someone who doesn't know who they are at heart cannot possibly hope to make an impact in the world of wrestling. You need to know who you are first before you can decide what it is that you want. That's how I've become a 2-time Sheffield champion, an Intercontinental champion, and a Cruiserweight champion. And I suppose you can throw the 24/7 one in there as well, if you so must. Though, I did see something rather interesting. He has rejoined SWF. He has rejoined the company. It was recent. Oh, and I've noticed that he's been very interested in my channel recently. Whether that's because he's wanting to check in on his former Alliance 76 members, or maybe because he recognizes the individual that I am and what I've been able to do. Who knows? I certainly don't. And it did come as quite a shock that he had come back after all. I thought he had been truly driven out of the company, not by Lawrence, but by people like Corey. Though thankfully you won't have to worry about him anymore. He's been thoroughly killed off by many F5s in your absence, Wilmot. If that's the name that you want to go forward with in the future, because with you returning to SWF, what are you wanting to do? Nobody's heard of anything since you decided to come back. Nobody probably knows that you have returned. But I noticed people that I have, or used to have, modicums of respect for. Though that does lead me back to the question, who are you? Are you going to be someone who goes by an SWF? Someone who does well and succeeds? Or are you someone who's going to get in my way? Because someone who I know I can shelf into friend and foe are a lot safer than those that I cannot. Which one are you? A friend or a foe? And that's something that I believe every future newcomer to SWF needs to get through their skulls. Are you a friend of the society, of myself, or are you its enemy? Because to be in the middle is to court damnation. Though I believe someone as intelligent as you should understand that, Josh. So, consider that my greeting, and you're welcome back to SWF, where we will openly accept you. At least, some of us will. I look forward to seeing what you do in SWF. I look forward to seeing what you are aiming to achieve, and I look forward to seeing just what person you have come back as. You may yet surprise me. And I have been found to have been more surprised recently than I usually would like to admit. Though surprise is never a bad thing, it's always how you deal with it afterwards that matters the most. So how am I going to deal with you, Josh? How indeed? The time will come where I get that answer eventually. I cannot wait for that day. Leave a like, share, and subscribe, and click up here so you can vote on which wrestler I am to talk about next. And do not forget to hit that little bell icon down there so you can stay updated with all future videos. You better keep what I say inside that mind of yours, Josh. Whatever respect I had for you in the past can easily just go, if it hasn't already. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a show to go back to, so I'll see you all in the next episode.